Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan. You can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our eBay store where you can buy these items. Now I have to tell you from the beginning, I'm not going to open these. We need to get these out to customers who had pre-ordered them. But we can still have a very good look at the figures because the images on the box are quite clear. And I can also talk about this series in general because it's new to the Dragon Ball line. But the Dramatic Showcase series itself actually started with One Piece about 2 years ago maybe. And as the name suggests, these figures are designed to actually depict dramatic scenes from the series. So the first one in One Piece had when the Straw Hats were leaving the Alabasta Kingdom, and they all had their arms up with the blue cross on them, which showed that they were sort of, comrades, because Bon Clay could copy or, shapeshift into those characters. So that was kind of their secret code. And they depicted that scene where Vivi says thank you, and because they don't want to get Vivi in trouble that she associated with pirates, they just put their arm up, showing that sign of, camaraderie. So that was 6 figures in that line, and then, since then there have been some other big series. Series 3 had 8 figures where the Straw Hats were at NS Lobby, and Luffy's yelling at Robin to come and join them again. So yeah, really cool. And One Piece now is actually up to Series 7 now in the Dramatic Showcase, which is Zoro and Mihawk. And I actually have Series 6 to show you quickly. So this is Sanji and Zeph. So you can see it follows a very similar pattern to the Dragon Ball ones you just saw. So just 2 figures in this series, and this is obviously the scene where Sanji is leaving Zeph's restaurant to join the Straw Hats. So, and there's just a quick look at the tops of them. So pretty similar format. Series 5 in One Piece was when Ace dies in Luffy's arms. I should have said spoiler alert, but I think you guys have seen it. I have reviewed them actually, so I'll put a link in the description of this video. Series 4, very popular one, Shanks giving Luffy his hat. Series 3, as I just said, was the NS Lobby one. Series 2 was from Skypiea, and then Series 1 was the Alabasta Kingdom. But this is the first time we've had figures released in the Dragon Ball line, and they've started off with a bang. Perfect Cell, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And this obviously depicts the scene where Gohan is firing the one-handed Kamehameha, and Goku in the background sort of supporting him as well with his own, I guess, supporting him spiritually. And obviously a very popular scene in the series, a very cool scene, and I'm actually really impressed with the look of these figures. I think the sculpt and the facial expression just looks really good, and we haven't had too many figures of Cell actually, so I think they've kind of nailed that one. The other main Cell figure that we've had in Japan was this one, which was the S-Culture Series 1, and I just felt they didn't quite get the colour right. I mean, the purple on his face is nearly a black, the green's quite dark. The facial expression just also looks a little bit funny to me, but I think they really nailed this one. They've just got the colour right, and the facial expression right, just the way his stance is for the Kamehameha. Just looks really good, in my opinion. And then this is the other side, which looks basically the same, but the Gohan and the Goku actually show how those figures can be displayed together. So that's actually how you can display them. They've obviously been deliberately molded to enable you to do that. So yeah, it looks really good. So just 3 figures in this line. We sell them as a set. I don't know why you'd want them individually, frankly, but if you wanted to, we could sell them individually. Just get in touch with us through the details, the email address in the description of this video. But they actually released Gohan and Cell first, and then they released Goku a month later, which is really annoying. I think the reason they did that was because the first few series were really quite big, like 8 figures or 6 figures, so I'm talking about the One Piece, so yeah, they did it sort of staggered. But when you got 3 figures or 2 figures, I don't understand why they need to do that. And then this is the Cell up close. You can see the gold toy animation sticker. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool figures. I don't know how big they are, but the boxes are 180 millimeters. So just as a comparison for size, that's an iPhone 5 case. And I'm guessing that the figures are roughly, I'm only guessing here, but they're roughly to scale to what you see on the box. So Cell's probably about 180 mil, and the other two are a bit smaller. Quite heavy actually. I'm surprised quite how heavy they are. Gohan's fairly light, obviously, but the other two fairly heavy. So to finish off this video, I actually want to ask you guys, what figures would you like to see in the dramatic showcase? What other scenes or figures would you like to see? We've already had Series 2 announced, which is going to be the Ginyu Force. And that's going to be really epic. For the first time we're going to have, well actually there was a Kuji series released a few years ago, but we're going to get the entire Ginyu Force, Captain Ginyu, Raccoon, Jace, Berta and Guldu when they do their little Ginyu dance thing. Series 3 is going to be when Super Saiyan Goku, well Goku turns Super Saiyan for the first time with Perfect Frieza, so that's just going to be 2 figures. And yeah, no more have been announced yet, but there is a lot of potential, I think, with this series. For me personally, and I'd love to hear what you guys think, leave a comment. For me personally, my favourite scene in Dragon Ball Z was when Future Trunks slices Frieza in half. So I think we've got to get a scene of that at some point. I would say this is probably my second favourite scene, the Gohan Cell Kamehameha in Dragon Ball. The third one I'd probably say was when Goku turned Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. That was pretty epic. So hopefully we'd get a Super Saiyan 3 Goku with a Majin Buu and Babidi, because we still haven't had a proper figure of Babidi. And then I'd probably put Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time as number 4. But a lot of other great figures we could do. We could have one of maybe Piccolo and Goku with Raditz at the beginning. Maybe Goku with Vegeta in Saiyan outfit. We still haven't had, for example, this, still haven't had a proper figure. This is one of the smaller HSCF one, but we still haven't had a full-size figure of Vegeta when he first comes to Earth. So that'd be pretty epic to have Vegeta with fighting Goku. I'd sort of like them to focus a little more on characters that we haven't had figures of. Like, I still haven't got an Android 17 figure, still haven't had an Android 19 figure. Still haven't had one of Goten and Trunks, and we only recently got a Gotenks, so they could do like a fusion dance one. Still haven't got one of Supreme Kai and Kibito, so maybe they could do one of those two with Gohan extracting the Z-Sword. I don't know, lots of potential, lots of opportunities, but for now, this is Series 1, it's out, it's released, you can get it from us. The other 2 series are available for pre-order, and I think I'm really glad they've brought this dramatic showcase to Dragon Ball, and I think these figures look really, really good. I'm sorry I couldn't open them for you, but to those customers who did pre-order them from us, you'll be getting them very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.